Every summer, it seems we hear, this is the year the Chicago Bears take the next step, and every fall, Bears fans end up disappointed. But this year, it feels different. The 2025 Bears might actually be ready to turn those optimistic projections into reality. Why the newfound hope? Start with head coach Ben Johnson and quarterback Caleb Williams, who finally looks as dangerous as advertised. Add in a supporting cast featuring explosive youngsters like Burden III and Colston Loveland, and there's real reason to believe Chicago's offense can be, dare we say, great. Let's break down why the Bears could finally put it all together in 2025. And what that might look like in terms of wins and losses. The Bears made a bold coaching move by hiring Ben Johnson as their head coach this offseason, and it's paying immediate dividends. Johnson's creative, aggressive offensive style has been evident all preseason. Chicago's first-team offense looked sharp and unpredictable, especially in joint practices and the preseason Week 2 game against Buffalo. In that game, the Bears starters marched down for a touchdown on their opening drive, mixing in clever play designs that had Bills defenders on their heels. Johnson has essentially rebuilt the scheme around Caleb Williams' unique skill set. Word out of Hallis Hall is that Johnson has given Caleb more freedom, using his mobility on designed rollouts, implementing college-style RPOs, and some no-huddle, and even a few trick plays. The result? The offense finally has some juice. One beat reporter said flat out, "The Bears' offense finally looks dangerous." It's been a long time since we could say that. All that scheme talk is nice, but the quarterback has to execute it, and 2024's number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams, is starting to live up to his generational prospect hype. He had an up and down rookie year, showing flashes but also typical rookie mistakes. Now in year 2, under Johnson's tutelage, Williams seems more comfortable and explosive. In the preseason, Caleb's growth was evident. Against the Bills in Week 2, he led 2 scoring drives, including a beautiful 22-yard laser touchdown over the middle in tight coverage. Perhaps more telling was how in command he looked, getting the offense in and out of the huddle quicker, making protection calls, and using his legs smartly. DJ Moore, the veteran wide receiver, said, "Caleb is locked in this year." Indeed, multiple receivers praised Williams' leadership, noting he organized private workouts in the offseason and is developing real chemistry with his targets. One highlight making rounds on social media. In a joint practice with the Chiefs, Williams allegedly threw a no-look pass that stunned even Patrick Mahomes, who was watching from the sideline. That might be training camp lore, but it speaks to the confidence Caleb is exuding. Even Coach Johnson gushed that Caleb has been making big-time throws and the right decisions consistently. Perhaps one of the best signs. After a rocky first preseason game, he bounced back the next week with that sharp performance versus Buffalo. That resilience and improvement week to week is exactly what you want to see from a young QB. It mirrors what we saw last year with guys like Trevor Lawrence taking a leap in year 2. If Caleb follows suit, watch out. Key to the offensive leap are 2 talented rookies, Burden III at wide receiver and Colston Loveland at tight end. The Bears grabbed Burden, the dynamic Missouri receiver, with the 39th overall pick, and many called it a steal. He had first-round talent but fell over some questions about maturity. Chicago couldn't be happier so far. In training camp and preseason, Burden's been one of the most intriguing players. He's shown electric YAC ability and surprisingly good route running. He missed some early camp time with a hamstring tweak, meaning he mostly played with the second unit in preseason, and he dominated against backups, prompting calls for him to get reps with the starters. In fact, ahead of the final preseason game, local analysts pleaded that Burden deserves reps with the starting offense to build chemistry with Williams. Coach Johnson heeded that. In the finale versus Kansas City, Burden ran a few series with Caleb and snagged 3 catches for 44 yards, including a nice 17-yard catch and run on a crossing route. You could see glimpses of how Chicago plans to use him in the slot, on jet sweeps, in motion to create mismatches. Burden's skill set fills a need the Bears had, a true slot, deep hybrid threat. Pairing him with DJ Moore on the outside and Darnell Mooney, defenses can't just key Moore anymore. And don't overlook Burden's willingness to do dirty work. He threw some great blocks and goal line drills, impressing coaches with his effort. Then there's Colston Loveland, a rookie tight end who has impressed enough that the Bears felt comfortable trading Croskey-Merritt mid-preseason. Merritt was shipped to the Patriots for a draft pick, largely because Chicago believes in Loveland's potential and had added veteran tight end Robert Tonyan for insurance. Loveland is a big target at 6 feet 5 inches and has shown soft hands and seam stretching ability in camp. He caught a red zone touchdown from Williams in a joint practice, leaping over a linebacker. The buzz is he and Tanyan will form a nice 1-2 punch at TE, with Loveland potentially being a matchup nightmare down the line. Johnson's offense loves using 2 TE sets, so Loveland will play early and often. As one Chicago analyst noted, polls gave Williams a full complement of wide receivers and tight ends to work with, meaning the GM did his job stocking the cupboard. Indeed, the Bears also quietly added veteran Keenan Allen last year. Though Allen dealt with injuries and hasn't been heavily mentioned, he's around as a mentor and possession receiver, so weapons abound. The key is, if the offense is actually scoring and sustaining drives, the defense can play more aggressively and rested. Head coach Matt Eberflus is still involved even though Johnson runs the show, and Eberflus' influence plus more talent should yield a league average defense at worst. Some think the Bears' run defense might be the team's greatest strength. If true, forcing teams into passing situations plays into their improved secondary's hands. So what's the range of outcomes for Chicago? The optimistic view: if Caleb Williams truly breaks out as a star, this offense could be one of the NFL's most improved. Pair a top 10 offense with an average defense, and you have a playoff team. The ceiling might be 11-6, maybe even contending for the NFC North title if Detroit regresses. The floor could be if things somehow still go awry. Say Caleb is inconsistent or injuries hit, then maybe 7-10, another frustrating year. But most signs point up. It's telling that national outlets are starting to buy in. The Bears reportedly have top 5 Super Bowl odds in some predictions. A shocker. One model projected approximately 10.2 wins for Chicago, which aligns with that sense that a winning record is finally attainable. Perhaps more importantly, the vibe around the team is different. No longer are they trying to ground and pound with false hope. Now they have a modern pass-heavy coach, a potential franchise QB coming into his own, and flashy young playmakers. Optimism is warranted, a phrase Bears fans are cautious to embrace, but one they deserve after years of being told, "This is your year," only to be let down. It really might be happening this time, Bears fans. The pieces are in place, and we saw glimpses in preseason of what this offense can do under Ben Johnson. One highlight being Caleb orchestrating a flawless 80-yard touchdown drive in 2 minutes against the Bills starters. That had Soldier Field roaring in a preseason game. Imagine what Sundays in the regular season might be like if this team clicks. The Bears are finally poised to turn promise into production. Is this the year the monsters of the Midway wake back up? It sure feels like it. So get excited, Chicago. This time, the hype might be real. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're as ready as I am to see the Bears take that next step.